السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لمزيد من العطاء والتألق.
In this video, I will show you RSI Divergence and RSI Divergence Trading Strategies. If you are interested in trading contents, you can subscribe to my channel. Let's start with the definition of RSI. RSI, or Relative Strength Index, is an indicator which was created to measure the momentum of stocks, and it gives signals about the overbought and oversold. In order to use RSI indicator, first go to Indicators, search for RSI and choose Relative Strength Index. It can be used in default settings. Now let's look at RSI indicator quickly, and then we can talk about RSI divergence. RSI takes a value between 0 and 100. Above 70 is the overbought area. It can be a signal that price may decrease. On the other hand, below 30 is the oversold area. It can be a signal that price may increase. I think the information about RSI are enough. Now I will show you RSI divergence. So what is RSI divergence? If the price moves in the opposite direction of the RSI indicator, we call it as RSI divergence. In short, we can say that price doesn't move in sync with the RSI indicator. There are two different types of divergences. These are regular divergence and hidden divergence. Regular divergence can give us the signals about trend reversal. On the other hand, hidden divergence can give us the signals about trend continuation. First, let's have a look at regular divergence. Regular divergence indicates trend reversal, so it can signal that there can be a change in trend direction. There are two types of regular divergence. These are regular bullish divergence and regular bearish divergence. Let's start with regular bullish divergence. In regular bullish divergence, price makes lower lows, but RSI makes higher lows. This pattern occurs in a downward trend, and it can be the signal that a new upward trend may start. Now, let's look at regular bullish divergence strategy. As we saw in the chart, there's a downward trend in here. In order to identify RSI divergence pattern, traders need to watch the price movement and RSI carefully. When we look at the chart, we see that price makes lower lows, but RSI makes higher lows. So we can understand that there's a regular bullish divergence in here. But traders shouldn't open a position just because a divergence pattern occurs, because it can be a false signal. Therefore, in order to reduce the risk, traders need to look for additional confirmations. When we look at the chart, we see that there's a downward trend in here. If the price breaks this area, there can be a trend reversal. Therefore, traders need to wait for the breakout of this level, and then they can use this signal as an entry point. Using a stop loss is very important in terms of reducing the risk, because trading strategies may not work every time. Now, let's continue with regular bearish divergence. In regular bearish divergence, price makes higher highs, but RSI makes lower highs. This pattern occurs in an upward trend, and it can be the signal that a new downward trend may start. Now, let's have a look at regular bearish divergence strategy. As we saw in the chart, there's an upward trend in here. After confirming the upward trend, traders can look at price movements and RSI. When we look at the chart, we see that price makes higher highs, but RSI makes lower highs. So we can understand that there's a regular bearish divergence in here. After this pattern occurs, traders can look for additional confirmations. When we look at the chart, we see that there's a short-term upward trend in here. So traders need to wait for the breakout of this level, and then they can use this signal as an exit point. Now I will show you hidden divergence. Hidden divergence indicates trend continuation, and it's different than regular divergence because hidden divergence occurs during a trend. So it can signal that trend may continue after a short-term consolidation. There are two types of hidden divergence. These are hidden bullish divergence and hidden bearish divergence. Let's start with hidden bullish divergence. In hidden bullish divergence, price makes higher lows, but RSI makes lower lows. This pattern occurs during an upward trend, and it can signal that trend may continue in the same direction. Now, let's look at hidden bullish divergence strategy. As we saw in the chart, there's an upward trend in here. And when we look at price movements and RSI, we see that price makes higher lows, but RSI makes lower lows. So we can understand that there's a hidden bullish divergence in here. After this pattern occurs, traders can look for additional confirmations. When we look at the chart, we see that there's a resistance level in here. If the price breaks this area, upward trend may continue. Therefore, traders need to wait for the breakout of this resistance level, and then they can use this signal as an entry point. Now, let's continue with hidden bearish divergence. In hidden bearish divergence, price makes lower highs, but RSI makes higher highs. This pattern occurs during a downward trend, and it can signal that trend may continue in the same direction. Now, let's have a look at hidden bearish divergence strategy. As we saw in the chart, there's a downward trend in here. After confirming the downward trend, traders can look at price movements and RSI. When we look at the chart, we see that price makes lower highs, but RSI makes higher highs. So we can understand that there's a hidden bearish divergence in here. After this pattern occurs, traders need to look for additional confirmations. Because, as I said before, reducing the risk is very important when trading. Now, let's look at the chart. As we can see, there's a short-term upward trend in here. If the price breaks this area, downward trend may continue. Therefore, traders need to wait for the breakout of this level, and then they can use this signal as an exit point. Now, let's look at the final reviews about divergences. Regular divergences are used to identify possible trend reversals. On the other hand, hidden divergences can signal trend continuation. Divergences can be found on any time frame, but higher time frames are more reliable. After a divergence pattern occurred, additional confirmations are needed. In this video, I showed you RSI divergence and RSI divergence trading strategies. If you liked the video, you can hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
السلام عليكم. لا تنسوا الإعجاب والاشتراك في القناة تشجيعا لنا لمزيد من العطاء والتألق.